Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Cancer reading. We're in the energy of this new moon right now. It is affecting the particular area of the way others see you at this particular time. And the card I pulled for you is the Seven of Cups as your overall energy. The Seven of Cups is about your desires, your figuring out what you want to do, your awareness that you have built yourself up, your desire state, clarity about what you want. You're becoming more articulate about saying what you want as a baseline for exchanges, conversation, negotiations. And this is a critical point where you are finding a myriad of opportunities presenting themselves to you simply because you're showing up in your desire state. And this is amplified quite a bit by the new moon in Cancer, its own sign, your ability to be comfortable with who you are, to accept yourself and your emotional being, to maintain a connection to that so that you don't feel the need to be something that others expect. And underneath the deck, the Eight of Swords is showing this truth to be one that is helping you to manifest more efficiently and more effectively. And for those of you that feel yourself on this path of self-actualization or creativity, creating your life, the Ace of Swords is clarifying for you that your emotions are the key. The ability to feel good about who you are and accept the same kind of self-care, self-attention, self-respect that you hold is the baseline for your interactions with others. And this ends up being so clarifying when you can enunciate or just be clear about what you want. I'm going to pull a crystal oracle card to get us started, and I pulled the chrysoprase, whatever it's called, and the keyword is nurturing. How appropriate for this new moon in Cancer. I open up and allow myself to be nurtured. I like how this sort of crusty edge is indicative of what I would call the crab's shell, the crab being the symbol for Cancer, and how that shell is hard. It looks like a bit of rock here. And underneath is this luminous, light, warm flow of feelings and emotions, intuition as well. This is a general reading, Libra. It may not resonate for all of you. If you'd like a personal reading, information for that's in the description box below. If you find that this reading resonates for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I always enjoy your comments. Your appreciations mean a lot to me. So thank you for your time. And we're going to start with the present card, the Queen of Pentacles. This indeed is confirmation that you are the mistress of manifestation right now. You know how to get it done. You value productivity. You want to see your dreams hit the ground. You're not content with plans and that lead nowhere, or dreaming that is insubstantial. You want to plan, plot your actions, your progress towards something concrete, something that leads to abundance on your own terms. So that abundance is modeled by nature, right? We work, we harvest. We work, we harvest. And this is, you're uniquely tuned into this daughter, I should say, of the Empress card. So not only are you producing, diligently, with care, with determination, supporting others that are with you in it, but you're allowing yourself to receive the appreciation, the rewards for what it is you're doing. Not just the abundance and the rewards, but the appreciation, the gratitude, the praise for a job well done. I'm going to clarify the Queen of Pentacles with the Two of Wands and the Tower. So this is indicating to me that you have willed some kind of a break or disruption in your life. You have purposely been aware of the blocks that may have existed in your life previously, and those blocks can be relationships that do not support or promote you, to literally structures and methods of working that are outdated and inefficient. For many of you, there is a kind of back and forth. There's a balancing act by your experiences in the past and what you know is necessary for you to do to free yourself to be who you are. And as straightforward as that sounds, being who you are feels at the core here. You have many skills and talents. You are supportive of many others. But something here is about supporting yourself by first clarifying what it is you want. And then your efforts at working towards that become much more fruitful and joyful. Along the way to get there, however, you have recognized that you had to separate yourself or allow something to fall down, to fail, to blow up, to disrupt your life. It may have been an event, it may have been an actual loss of some kind, it may have been the ending or split of a significant relationship or source of income for you that has allowed you, that has forced you into making a decision that you were waiting for. You were carefully waiting for the opportunity that is producing the sense of mastery over your environment, that you are in control of your resources, of your own energies in such a way as you know how to be successful. But planning from a place of intention, desire, is very different from what, for many of you, the experience you've had before, where your expectations tended to meld into the needs of others. And I see you very much continuing to honor the art of balance, communication, negotiation, reciprocity. The two sides or many sides can find balance among each other. So this is describing an intentional growth, a radical move, stepping into the reality that you know you've created, that is yours. In the past, the World card. So you have had to close something out. You have had to find closure with something that perhaps would always be there. And I'm thinking particularly of family relationships that come to mind. Relationships that dog you at times, that hunt you down, that want things to be the way that others perceive they should be, and that question your ability or your authority to be your own person. So let's clarify the world. And the Five of Cups and the King of Cups. And it feels like a family system where you experienced some fundamental rejection, some fundamental discomfort with who you were or who you wanted to be. The direction that you wanted to go feels as though it was somehow resisted by family members, by the circle of community that was already established and that you were expected to fit in. Even if that was as a neglected part of the system, you bucked that. You wanted to change that, yet as a system, a family of origin, you grew familiar with ways of getting along to get along, going along to get along, not rocking the boat, or feeling outside of the inner circle in some way that you have finally recognized was your pattern and your choice, when indeed it was. When you had the chance to understand that this was not a system or a set of relationships that had a place for you, then you were able to free yourself from that, understanding that what others expected of you was not yours, was not a part of your story. And in moving towards a better relationship with yourself, one that you perhaps didn't inherit from your family, you have found incredible growth and beauty. And this has been a maturation project for you. So this isn't something that happened right outside of the independence of leaving home or the independence of having your own family. This is something that you've had to learn through successive experiences and, in many ways, a lot of vulnerability, because the people you loved, you continue and have continued to want them to love you back. And when we release that and understand that our vulnerability was the greatest gift that we could give to others, the ability to move towards love is a gift. And because that it didn't work out is beside the point. You're understanding that every relationship, no matter how flawed or failed it was, you learned a great deal about yourself from. And that is the King of Cups maturation. The containment of your waters, your emotions, and at times appropriate detachment from, but never negating, never pretending that we do not live on a sea of mostly unconscious knowledge, feelings, and experiences. The ability to flow with that and recognize that that is the gift is part of your journey of closing out the old and really coming to accept yourself for who you are. So this beautiful world card is about gaining the rewards of even negative or sad experiences. Even the remorse you experienced in that was part of the cleansing, and yet not of separating yourself, not closing out your love, but closing out relationships and patterns that were imbalanced, out of balance. In the future, the Ace of Pentacles. This is really beautiful. So this is your second ace. We have the Ace of Swords on the bottom, which is overall resonating around this emotional truth that you are experiencing and that is impacting your ability to contribute to the world. This is how the world is seeing you. It's seeing your gift, what the world is waiting for, the Ace of Pentacles, this tremendous abundance that comes out of a sense of joy and having carefully navigated and shared your experiences in some way through your work, your business, your art, your expression, whatever it is you do, you recognize that you have found a portal to material and emotional abundance. Let's clarify this with the Five of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So this is quite a few fives, 3 fives on the table. So wow, a lot of change. So this closing out, this closure you've created for yourself was a long time in evolving and coming. There have been many, many lessons that you've learned from reestablishing relationships in your life. And I'm not suggesting that relationships be limited or thrown out or severed, but I am seeing you honor a different kind of relationship with yourself, and that necessarily leads you to initiate change from a very healthy place. You are letting go of the labels that others have put on you. And that is very significant in terms of recognizing that you are not lost. You have not been abandoned, even though you have had such experiences. With this new sense of self, you're aware that these lessons led you to where you are now, a place that is empowered and from which you can actually be productive in telling your story, in establishing your own realm of abundance on your terms. So there is information, something is coming through about the way that you listen to the news or tap into the chaotic events that are occurring around the world, and that impacting your sense of sometimes being solitary, having great work to do, and not having to be very careful about how you navigate your way through the abundance of resources and your own talents that you are bringing into play. The Five of Swords is about the sense that you're all alone, even as you recognize that you have not been abandoned, that you are not alone, that you have been named, you have chosen your path, and that you have had many and have many spirits, guides, tribe members, relationships that see you and support you. They support you in the changes that you're making. So this is something about the way we let information into our lives and into our energy that can be isolating. It can short circuit the sense that we can do anything about them. And that is the disempowerment that comes from being fed by the media, selective stories, things that distract you and unwittingly and take you out of the experience that you are building in your present moment of abundance, that the world is literally waiting for. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Seed and Sickle Oracle card. I love these. And I pulled for you the Henbane. Number 51 may be important. And I'm going to read for you from the world perspective, the outer perspective here. This oracle deck gives you a choice in terms of the interpretation, and choice can be a little challenging for me. I have quite a bit of Libra in my chart as well. Henbane. In ancient Greece, the bodies of the dead would be crowned with chaplets of henbane flowers to wear on their journey down the river Styx, a final link between their past lives and the new one awaiting them. Whatever your destination, you're on the final stretch. Your goal is so close that you know the way with your eyes closed. Wear your crown. move forward. The river will take you there. And I'm hearing Mavis Staples, I'll take you there. That gospel, beautiful gospel. If you've enjoyed this content, please check out more content here. And until next time, namaste.